All right, this is, well, for now, the Pat Show. Once I think of a name, that will be the name of the show. Right now, this is my first show. It's primarily going to be music, and I'm featuring Tim from Trigger on the Doot and Do. He's put out he's put out a bunch of releases, and he can tell you a little bit more about that. So,
yeah, it's all pretty much whatever you want to put, I guess. It's just documentation of things that have happened within my area.
So, what appeals you to put out certain things, like, for instance?
Well, there's just if I feel it, the realness of it, the raw. It's more organic. I don't know, something if I feel it.
Yeah.
If it somehow pertains, seems interesting enough, I guess. Entertaining.
Okay.
In some sort of way. Amusing. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, self-amusing.
Self-amusing. Yeah. So, and Trigger on the Doot and Do's been around for how long?
I guess it's been started about probably 98. It actually came as a sub-department of another label I had called Thaw Recordings. Thaw Recordings was more on the serious tip with the soundscape, ambience kind of thing, and started getting into more sillier things, and it just didn't seem to fit on the same page as the things I was having on the Thaw label. So I started a sub-department, Trigger on the Doot and Do, for the more humorous and silly, absurd things, I guess.
All right. And you did bring some music for us to play, and
I did bring some music.
Would you like to maybe tell us a little bit about what you got for us?
Yeah, I kind of brought a collection of things that have surrounded the Trigger on the Doot and Do legacy. Most of these, actually all of them, everything I brought with me today hasn't actually appeared on a Trigger on the Doot and Do release, but it's somehow connected and involved in the whole world of Trigger on the Doot and Do, I suppose. There's relative factors or related things.
Okay. And would you like to tell us what you're going to start us off with here?
Well, yeah, I'll start off with a little block here of Bag of Gremlins would be first, I guess, and yeah, we'll just go from there.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
So, right. Bag of Gremlins.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. This is the Pat Show tentatively. That was a couple songs from Tim Triplett's Sugar on the Doot-Doo. If Tim would like to...
Yeah, first we heard Bag of Gremlins. After that we heard Dominion, which was a rock opera written, performed, and recorded by Nick Moyle of Razorfist fame. I think it was right before Razorfist, actually. Kind of a transition between Tower of Babel into Razorfist.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
I can't really remember the timeline and chronology of how it happened, but it definitely happened within the world.
Yep.
And after that was a Prunelog Susan pentagram track with some electric slide guitar. Yeah, none of those were actual official releases, but just things that had happened to be captured on tape or digital format, really, for all of those.
So, when you started Trigger on the Doot-Doo, was it primarily going to be like tape releases, CD releases?
Yeah, initially it was just tapes, 'cause that's all I really had access, and that's all I really knew how to do. So they started out as just cassettes, because they're easy to dub yourself and things. And yeah, they were 4-way split compilations of just various little weird things that were happening in the area, and yeah, kind of inside jokes to some people, and I'd make short runs and kind of just pass them out to my friends or people that knew of the thing. Yeah, like a big inside joke. Tried to put them in like creative packaging, so the visual aspect of the thing was more interesting than the actual sounds on it, which a lot of the stuff was really hard to actually listen to if you were to play it anyway, but it looked neat and different than a traditional cassette. And yeah.
And and then you eventually moved into doing vinyl and CDs, or?
Yeah, once I figured out the mystery of how to put out an actual vinyl record, which was always my goal. Actually, before vinyl record, I thought doing a CD would be neat too, but I didn't know how to do any of that. But then, yeah, after figuring out how to do the vinyl thing, I realized that it really just takes money and dedication, and I started putting out records at one point when I could afford to, and
yeah,
I still do periodically when I can afford to, but it's a bit tighter these days in the current state. But
blame it on the economy, right?
Yep, all the economy.
Yeah. So we're gonna play a few more tracks for you here, and then come back and we'll talk to Tim some more.
Yeah.
So
this is the Fragments from Green Bay, Wisconsin, about 2000-ish.
Stop!
Thanks for tuning in again. There's 4 tracks, a couple from the Fragments, one from my old band Hell on Earth, and
Kinetic Friends after that.
Yep, and the Kinetic Friends. Okay, so yeah, I guess tell us a little bit more about how these, I guess some of these are related to Trigger on the Doo-Doo.
Yeah, well, the Fragments was supposed to be the first official CD release that I would have done on the label, and it was supposed to be a retrospect. I think they were maybe on the verge of breaking up at the time, but they had a lot of material already kind of in the can. And it was supposed to be like a discography disc, and that was supposed to be the first, another way of kind of messing with people, the inside joke thing with having the first few Trigger on the Doo-Doo releases being all weird, noisy stuff, and then like here comes this nicely recorded pop band, and that was kind of just another way of just messing with people. But it never happened. But the recordings are archived, and I still enjoy the disc, and it's just a memory, like a snapshot of a time and place in life. And at the time, I lived with a couple of guys in the Fragments, and it was like they were my first exposure to pop punk, I guess. I really wasn't into it before living with them guys, but it was them guys and their band, the Fragments, that kind of broadened my horizons a bit, I guess. So do you ever foresee that discography ever coming out on Trigger on the Doo-Doo, or? I would like to see it one day, but yeah, as far as financially, it's just not in the budget. But
yeah,
and now that's already 10 years old. But yeah.
Okay, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the Hell on Earth track that was after that. I would like that to become a official release one day too. But yeah, another one of those financial things.
Right. Yeah. Kinetic Friends. That was a band that Tim and I both played in at various points. And I think that was actually a recording from a session that we did for an album that was going to be out on Trigger on the Doo-Doo, and never actually.
Which also never happened. but the recordings exist, and it's like a faded photograph that you every once in a while take out of the box and look at and remember a time. And it's better than not existing at all. It's some kind of keepsake, and other than just a legend of telling somebody, I was in this band.
Right. You have actual some physical evidence of it.
Yeah.
So we have a few more songs from Tim here that we'll be playing real shortly, and thanks for tuning in. So here they are, starting off with Milkweed.
Yeah, this is Milkweed.
You She's out for a fuck, she needs it quick. This witch is one on a dick. You better do what they say, or they'll burn up your dick. This woman is reverse without this blue tide, they ride the sky. A coven of witches with lost inside. Coming to prey on the men in the village. The succubus is here to rape and pillage. They're here for some action, in need of wit satisfaction. So do what they say or you'll be cursed today. They're here for some action, in need of wit satisfaction. So do what they say or you'll be cursed today. You'll find the six as well. You'll find the six as well. You'll find the six as well.
Welcome back. That was Razor Fist, When the Witches Ride. That was actually a demo recording, but we can let Tim go more into that set of the songs.
Yeah, that was a demo recording of a song that appeared on their first release, or first actual release, called Razor Fist Force, which was the first CD I ended up doing on the label. It was the most professionally done and packaged release that Trigger on the Doot and Do has put out. But yeah, that was a demo version of Where the Witches Ride. And they're still playing today. I still hear, I think they're on their third album now, but they actually signed to some label overseas, like some German label or something, and they managed to put out a follow-up release to Razor Fist Force. And I can't remember the label that they signed to offhand, but they actually reissued Razor Fist Force onto vinyl, which was it was a Trigger on the new release on CD, but yeah.
What about, so what's with the story with Milkweed?
Milkweed, yeah, that was the first track of the block in there. That was a recording from 1994, I think. That was recorded. That was before the label started, but that was done in a studio at Simple Studios in Green Bay, and that was supposed to be part of another label we had at the time called Christcore Records, which there was never actually any releases on that, but it was an idea to have, and that recording exists from that era, I guess, but in a sense it's tied to the history of Trigger on the Doot and Do. Of course, plus I played bass in that band too, so another one of my old crappy bands that I was part of, another little keepsake inside joke thing.
Yeah, so then Proto Echo is next.
The track after that was Proto Echo. That was slated to be on a release called Sandpaper, or actually it would have been Sandpaper 2. It was going to be a 7-inch on Trigger on the Doot and Do. Now Sandpaper 1 was a cassette on Thaw Recordings, and was kind of a precursor to the whole Trigger on the Doot and Do label. That's where I was starting to delve into the more sillier elements of things. And the Proto Echo track was slated to be on a 7-inch for, it's like a recap nod to the
first Sandpaper.
Yeah, the first Sandpaper.
And the Prune Log Susan track.
Yeah, after that we had Prune Log Susan, which that was a Fleetwood Mac cover, all done a cappella, and that never appeared on anything either. But it's one of those archive recordings that just happened to exist in a box amongst the same box that all these recordings came out of. It's just another little, like a curio cabinet of sounds, I guess. And that was, just a little silly experiment, self-amusement thing as well, like all this stuff is.
Well, it sounded cool. Yeah, we have a few more tracks here from Tim that we'll be playing here. And if Tim, if you have anything else you'd like to say, or before we go into those,
yeah, these are more up to date, modern tracks that still don't appear on anything, but these. You'll be hearing them, I guess,
at some point in time.
These first few are Strange Matter, which is a current band I play in, actually. And I guess we could just let her rip, I guess.
All right. Here's Strange Matter. Welcome back. That was the last track. There was from Watch It Burn, and we could
Watch It Burn.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, Watch It Burn was a band we started in Green Bay. Actually, was their third guitarist that they had. So they were around a little bit before I joined them. But yeah, that band kind of morphed into a band called Truth Dealer for a while, and they've had a few releases down here, and then Truth Dealer kind of morphed into what is now Strange Matter, which is the current band that I play guitar in, and the guy Tony that was singer and bass player for Watch It Burn. He is in Strange Matter as well, and but yeah, Watch It Burn is kind of the precursor to Strange Matter, and yeah, that last track there was 29 or Blunt. It was recorded. I think that was like '98. We recorded that at Simple Studios in Green Bay. Same place as that Milkweed track was recorded, but Milkweed was a few years earlier. But yeah, it's all part of the legacy somehow.
Trigger on the Doot and Do.
Trigger on the Doot and Do.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the show is dedicated to Trigger on the Doot and Do. My other shows that in the future will be primarily trying to focus on music around Wisconsin, labels. Hopefully I'll be able to get bands on the show to talk about their music, and other shows will just be me playing music. So
yeah, there's a lot of stuff that happens in the neighborhood, so no shortage of material there, I guess.
Yeah, and there's things happening all over, and I guess I feel like some of that stuff needs to be exposed if people don't already know, for the people that don't know. So there's a lot of great scenes happening north of Milwaukee as well. Oshkosh, crazy to think that, and Appleton, of course.
Yep.
Appleton's got a
whole Fox Valley going on.
And there's great bands coming out of both those areas. There's bands coming out of Green Bay, and I'm sure other cities around Wisconsin. And my job is going to be searching for that stuff to play on the show. And hopefully anyone that is listening, I hope you enjoyed what you heard today. If you ever see Tim Triplett out and about, I'm sure you could talk to him and he could hook you up with some stuff.
Yeah, I'm approachable. This was pretty flattering, and I'm honored to have been part of this. Although I'm just never good at public speaking.
So thanks for tuning in. I will be back every other Sunday, I guess. So Father's Day I won't be on, but the next Sunday after that I will be on. And thanks for tuning in. Have a good night, folks.
Rock on.